discovers the real reasons people cheat. Here with more is sex therapist ורוד. Okay, so we finally have some answers, it sounds like.
Yes.
We could always hypothesize, but you know in your own practice that there's kind of, I imagine there's themes, right?
Okay, so I see a lot. I hear a lot about cheating, and I have a lot of people who come to consult me if they should cheat, which is kind of...
Oh, at least they consult you before they do it.
I really like it because I don't... They want me to decide for them, and I always like, no, we're gonna have to talk. Why do you want to cheat? And here is good reasons. Like, I'm not saying they justify cheating. Personally, I don't believe that we should cheat. I believe that we should talk, or we should know who we are and what we are, what we believe.
At least you get more people to say it ahead of time, and then they realize that maybe working on the relationship, and working through these 8 things can prevent it from happening, right?
Yes, and then when you go into these 8 things, then you see the first one is anger, and this is something that a lot of people ask me, what would you do if you find out that your partner is cheating, meaning you're going to be very, very angry? I always say, I'm not going to leave, but I'm going to cheat back. I usually say, not because I mean it, just because I want my partner to think twice before he's ever going to consider infidelity. So anger, I can totally understand. It comes... They also stated that it's because their partner cheated on them, or because they feel a lot of frustration. The other one that was really interesting is sexual desire, but what I want to talk about here, it's trying specific acts when it comes to sexuality that their partner does not allow. And this is really interesting because here we are in a relationship, but and we have a lot of sexual desires, and sometimes our partner limit our sexuality, and sometimes it's very hard to express...
Bottle it up.
Yes, and express anything that is a little bit different than the norm. So I can understand what's happening here. Also, a lot of people who question their sexual orientation, they may go out and cheat, and they also stated it here, neglect and lack of love. Lack of love is falling out of love. Okay, so why would you cheat? Sometimes I feel like when people understand there is no more love and they want to break out, the easiest way for them, instead of
just breaking up and saying
thank you, is go cheat and then leave the computer open, the phone, you know, messages like right there, so they get caught, and then it's easy for them to leave. Which I'm like, come on, just have the talk. It's not that difficult.
There's so much more, right? If people are going to, there's so much more beneath the surface that needs to be addressed.
I agree.
Yes.
And then we have, there is a few more, but what I want to talk about is the esteem. I see that a lot. I really truly see that a lot. In person, at the clinic, I see it. Recently, more than men. It does not mean that more men do it for self-esteem, but I feel like they want to feel desired again. I see it among men who has been in a relationship, also new relationship, also many years, you know, after 20 years of marriage, and I can feel how they're missing this part in them. It does not always, they're not going to, most of them don't say they have a bad relationship, or that they don't love their wife, or that they want to leave home. No, but they are saying, I never discovered my sexuality, or we always have same sex, and we want to feel desired, and we want to feel desired by a lot of women. Something that I think we need to find a different solution rather than sexuality. And I always put it in this way. I say, okay, I understand you're going on a sex exploration, as we call it, but what if your wife is going to find out? Is it worth it, you know, breaking up the marriage, the family, and all the consequences?
So
and then
what's the solution?
The solution, in my opinion, if you are new, before you go into a relationship, admit the truth to yourself. If you cannot be monogamous, just don't be monogamous. If you can love more than one person, just be a polyamoria. If you are in a relationship for a long time, go on this exploration with your partner. You're going to be surprised, and you're going to discover that your partner may desire that too, only we're shy to talk about it. So bring it up and go and discover something new. Gradually,
try some things out,
yes.
Like putting on the Grinch mask that we just had in the last segment.
I saw it. With the green eyes.
So, I mean, and also there were some other aspects that I thought were interesting about, you know, they didn't talk to older adults.
Yes, so this is definitely a questionnaire that was among, I would say, college age and a little bit older. I just refer to older adults, but I also want to talk a little bit about Esther Perel and her book, Rethinking Infidelity.
Like Mating in Captivity, that was a great book.
Yes, and her second book also come to bring a new perspective, and I think over there she does it does not only apply to the young of us, it applies to everybody. And she says it's a personal journey. Sometimes cheating, she also stressed. She even say happy people cheat. Again, it's not always about the relationship. It's not always, you know, the old notion was thinking that something is wrong with the relationship, something is wrong with my partner or with us. It's not always that. Sometimes it's going on a journey to discover something that I'm missing. It's not necessarily cheating is the answer or having an affair is the answer, because I think it can really harm the relationship eventually. But there is something there that I totally relate to what she said, looking into, a lot of people feel like they miss something in their life and they want to go into a new journey while they're still married.
Right.
So, it's a very sensitive topic.
This is sensitive, but maybe we'll find solutions one day, or it's...
Oh, we're gonna...
Or not.
Yes.
Thanks, Shel.